Good morning, everyone. So today I'm going to create an application that will put Bhagavad Gita in form of RAG in vector embedding, and then I will ask question on top of that. So this is a full-fledged enterprise level application, and I'm going to sort right now. Let's see how it is happening, and we'll explain you code line by line flow and everything so that you can create and get the code. So let's start with that. So I have started. So let me go through this endpoint again. So this now it is saying upload the PDF. It is going to break. So I'm going to use Bhagavad Gita by Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, Bhaktivedanta Swami, founder of ISKCON. And let's see the image, 66 MB, 1000 page, almost 1000 page. And I'm using this open. Now see, now here you can see exactly, it is not like it is working in silo or black box. This is my personal ID that I have created. See, and here I'm going to run the flow. What is happening here right now? You can see user input going to input panel, and this is the method that is been run. Now go question state done. Now go for next step. Now we're going to API route, ingest API route. Let me expand it. And you can see right now here. Now say path, file name. It is being, what is the path you can see now? Has received and validated. And vector stored. It is not showing right now. I have done that. And now it is chunking. Now I have converted into chunks. I really have converted it. I have made this not going to show. So, and then message, chunks, store file. You can see now everything. Now go to step in. And now go to next step. RAG. It is calling the RAG. It will like, this is the real game. You are understanding not only the flow, you are understanding the code. And if you can't, no one is there to explain you like this. This is my personal ID that I have created to explain all code on LangChain. So focus there and see ingest.py. I have created this ingestion for RAG and now going to step in. Okay, so this document.load. Document is being loaded. Now this is the loader that I have created for PDF and now done. Now chunking has happened. Splitting has happened. Now chunk. Now embeddings, Hugging Face embeddings I have used, and this model that is there already, and now converted into FICE. You can see right now the code. This is not something that I have keep in some black box. Now vector store and now returning the vector store. You done? See, if it's not visible to you, you can see right now. Size index done. Embedding doc. Now let me make it zoom in more so that you can see it clearly. And done. Now go to next step. Okay. This is the next step. API response. Done. List, source, and steps. Answer. Resource, steps, entry. Now go for the response, how it is creating. Response, steps, hover it. To source. And now next step. Done. Document ingested. Showing now it is ingested. Now I have created the 66 MB file into first text PDF into text into chunks into embedding by using embedding models and into save that into vector database because it is going to store in a form of vectors. Okay. In k dimensional space and n dimensional space. That is a subject of discussion that we can discuss later. Just here the code. I can show you the line by line code, how it is being executed. Now come to the question. I'm going to ask the question from this. And now I have created this button, search upload document RAG. I have like this RAG is on. So it will search from my drive. So let me ask any question about this. Now this is my personal document. I'm not going to share on LLM. So that is the best thing. Now see, I'm going to ask any question. So I am going to ask, see, uh, what is the purpose of human life uh, according to what is the purpose of human life, and give me the exact verse that explains this. Explain it. Okay. I'm going to ask this question. Now I'm going to run this. I have two type of versioning, analytical and detailed. So let's go with analytical and detailed. Okay. We want a better understanding. Now see how it is going. Run the flow. You can see the code right now here. You can see right now the code. I have also this one. You can see right now here you execution steps and everything. Okay. So now let's go for next step. Now it is calling API route. You can see here. You can say here API route. It is calling API route. Now let's go line by line. Post API is calling, returning, and now it is calling what? Run AI service with these parameters, questions, prompt version, and RAG. See, RAG is on. I have made this flag on. Now go for the next step, not being executed. Now go for the next step. It is calling AI service. Now AI service is calling, I am passing this versioning and all this V1 or V2 or we'll see. Version prompt is second version. You saw now. Now going to API response and now go for step in. Done. Now go for next step. It is calling RAG. I have used RAG, so now it is going to RAG and see here is the magic. Here it is calling retrieve. What is doing? Ask the question, retrieving from the document. Question context. Doc dot context for doc in docs. Going to from this chunk, it is going to pick top 3 chunk. I have used this top K and this algorithm. So now this is the context. You can see the context right now. You see the context, metadata and all these things. Doc is there, right? Step in. Now going to metadata, unknown source, doc, context, source is being returned. Go to the next step. Agent, this is calling agent. In agent, which line is being executed? This method, get agent executor. It is going to use the agent. It is needed, then it will use the agent or tool. It is not needed, then it will not use the agent and tool. Now next, coming to the next step, it is routing to LLM route. Now the here is the real concept. I have make a strategy design pattern kind of thing. If my token is very high, then optimally I will call the LLM. So I have that strategy design pattern on dynamically. It will check that what is the token length, and based on that it will call the LLM. That will save my money actually. And that's the reason I have done that. So you see now all these models and API key that I have intentionally done that you can't see. So this is the thing. Now maybe now go for next step. It is calling the tool. Okay, so here the tool is calculator. It is used or not used, who knows? So let's go for step by step. It is being built. Now return error, allow character and all these things. Next step. Next method is being called memory, because it has to store something in the memory. It will check in the memory that this question has already been asked before, then it is not going to call the LLM. It will save our money. So that saves, or it is first time it is calling, then it will store in the memory. So I'm calling it first time, so it is going to store in the memory. So you can see definition add. So it is just storing in the add, self history, and this append. You can see now self history and all these things. Over it, get list, check it. If it is not there, clear. Now you can see right now in memory, singleton is stat created. Now it is being saved in the memory. Now go for the next. Done. Now answer, steps, build, response. You can see. Yay, yay, yay. Now see, this is the response that we have got. Based on the context provided, let me identify the key information, and this is the purpose. And it has exactly, let me show you the JSON response as well. So this is the JSON response that we have, where it is, yes, Bhagavad Gita, you can see, but this is more readable. I will do that. So so what it is saying, however, asking for the exact words that explain the purpose of life. Let me look more carefully to the text, provided the context, the purpose of life is indicated to be renunciation and attainment of transcendental position above the three modes of material nature, referring to the 18th chapter. A human being should realize the aim of his life. This is discussing Bhagavad Gita 18th chapter, and which is the summary of all instruction, the verse that explains the purpose of human life and the conclusion of Bhagavad Gita. The most important conclusion verse is this 18.66. Let me correct myself. Most famous conclusion verse of Bhagavad Gita is given in the ultimate purpose of life 18.66, and that is, abandon all varieties of religion and just surrender unto me. I shall deliver you from all sinful reaction you don't fear. This verse encapsulates the ultimate purpose of human life, surrender to the Supreme Lord Krishna, which leads to liberation from the material bondage and attaining the transcendental position above the three modes of nature. So hallucination gone. You have your Bhagavad Gita, whatever the question you ask, you want to learn Bhagavad Gita by the way Prabhupada has explained. You have this, ask anytime. It will give you the best answer. You don't need to open 18 chapter, 1000 page and need to carry anything. Just ask and done. So this is my second project that I have created. And what I have done is not only this simple demo. I have shown you the endpoints, the question, DAG, version, how it is going to execute, execution flow, which folder and which path is it is following, request and response in JSON format as well as in the text format. And the most important that no one is going to tell and no one is going to teach you like this is exact number of line of code that where it is being executed. And on top of that, you have the execution steps, what steps it is going to follow. So this is kind of enterprise application. The use case is different. We can make an application out of it. And I have made that. This is what it is. And thank you so much for being there till now.